Hello everybody, once again welcome to another episode of Hangout with ST. She's Alyssa.
And he's Haryanto, and Hangout with ST is a weekly news bulletin where we bring you top stories of the week.
That's right, ranging from anything that is local to everything that is happening around the world. And you know, Alyssa, this is episode 8, which means that we've been doing 8 weeks of this. Yeah,
I can't wait for episode 100. That would take us about, we calculated this during lunch, about 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
If we do it
so
once a
hopefully
week.
by then, you know, you guys are still here. But clearly, you know, again, as we always do, we want to give a huge shout out to all of you who have been consistently with us for these past few weeks. Thank you so much. And of course, to new faces as well.
And as always, we are live right now from the ST newsroom. So do share some comments. We might just read it.
Yep. And you know, this week, Alyssa, if you notice as well, we go a bit cash with hoodies.
Yes.
That is our theme for this week because we are going to be discussing
Facebook, hate it or love it.
Yep. And then we're going to be talking about Sundram as well, stepping down as the national team coach for football. And last but not least, of course, we're going to be discussing issues with regard to ocean pollution. Right? And I think right now we can go on to Facebook and see who has said hi to us. We have Margaret Brown. Hi, watching from Perth.
Oh, hi.
Woo! Jonathan Leong says, is this really live?
Yes.
It is. And then, who else? Brian Chu says, wow, it is ST, my favorite website.
So I'm guessing you subscribe to Premium?
And then we have Jasmine as well, and a
Hi
lot more.
everybody.
So keep it coming in. If you're really live, please pronounce the word Worcestershire. I think that's
Worcestershire.
That's the sauce, right? That's the sauce. Okay. So, you know, Alyssa, we are on Facebook Live, correct?
We are, yeah.
Do you think we can really live without Facebook?
Definitely not.
Definitely not, right?
Definitely. By the way, did you know that we're also live on YouTube?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, just
if we are not coming to you live on Facebook, I don't know how else we can go to you live, right? This is our platform. And, you know, the context is basically, you would have seen, you know, on our Straits Times website as well as our Straits Times Facebook page that Mark Zuckerberg was at a congressional hearing the last 2 days for the Senate committee hearing. Now, he answered questions from US senators and congressmen with regard to how Facebook works.
Although they seem to have no clue as to what they were asking, they didn't seem to have any idea how Facebook worked. So unfortunately, he got away really easy with like silly questions. However, he thankfully was pressed to explain why Facebook did not share the Cambridge Analytica issue with the public in 2015.
So here's what Zuckerberg said on the first day of the hearing.
Facebook is an idealistic and optimistic company. For most of our existence, we focused on all of the good that connecting people can do. And as Facebook has grown, people everywhere have gotten a powerful new tool for staying connected to the people they love, for making their voices heard, and for building communities and businesses. But it's clear now that we didn't do enough to prevent these tools from being used for harm as well. And that goes for fake news, for foreign interference in elections, and hate speech, as well as developers and data privacy. We didn't take a broad enough view of our responsibility, and that was a big mistake. And it was my mistake, and I'm sorry. I started Facebook, I run it, and I'm responsible for what happens here. It's not enough to just connect people. We have to make sure that those connections are positive. It's not enough to just give people a voice. We need to make sure that people aren't using it to harm other people or to spread misinformation. And it's not enough to just give people control over their information. We need to make sure that the developers they share it with protect their information too. It will take some time to work through all the changes we need to make across the company, but I'm committed to getting this right.
Okay, so clearly very serious business going on there, but the internet, of course, had a field day with memes, so there's a lot going on the internet, but we'll just pick two, which I think is the funniest, right? So the first one, Zuckerberg on his Facebook profile versus Zuckerberg at this congressional hearing.
Correct. So it's a face
and then a face. Right. And then the next one basically is just him resembling a robot.
Yeah.
Because is he truly human?
Okay, to be fair, right, I think he's quite charming for somebody who is in the, you know, the IT scene. No. Not for you, clearly, because you are only just crazy about K-pop.
Yeah, that's my scene.
In any case, you know, there are more than 2 billion Facebook users, including me and you.
That's really
and you guys as well who are watching us live right now. And you know, with all this talk about Facebook, trading of personal data and fake news, we're really wondering, can we really quit Facebook? And if we do, what is the impact? What is the aftermath of it?
Right, so there are a lot of things, like Facebook is getting the brunt of the blame, but as consumers, shouldn't we bear some of the responsibility too?
Yep, and this is with regard to the whole Cambridge Analytica issue, right? Yep. I mean, after all, you know, before we agree to anything, you know, to sharing our personal information, there is always the terms and condition.
Yep.
The onus is on us to actually read through,
Yeah.
right?
But I mean,
Okay.
I'm guilty of this. I just scroll
yeah.
through, scroll, click, I agree.
Yeah.
So it's kind of my fault, right?
Correct. Because like legal jargons, right? You
Yeah.
have to
Legalese.
pour through all the legalese, that's right.
Legalese.
The legal jargons and all that. And then
Technolese.
sure, you probably start, you know, okay, for me, right, what I'll do is usually, okay, I'll say, okay, I will read. And then first page, okay, I can still survive. Second
I can
page,
handle this, yes.
third page, you know
Then
what?
4 hours later,
Yeah,
still
I'm
there.
like, scroll. I agree. I just want to get to my app right now,
Yeah.
or I just want to continue using my platform, right?
Yeah, but then again, you know, how come we're so careful when we read our work contracts,
Yep.
our health insurance, our
Yep.
banking stuff, but
Yep.
when it comes to Facebook apps and all that,
Yep.
requests for personal data, you know, how come we're so lax with it,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And, you know, it is just like another contract of sorts, right?
Yeah.
That you should be reading as well. And, you know, having said that, then, of course, there is a whole movement about people saying, okay, delete Facebook. And I think we mentioned about that as well. There was a hashtag for it, delete Facebook.
Yep.
But can we really live without it?
No, and to be fair, I mean, it's not just the Facebook app problem.
Yeah.
It's other phone apps as well,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
Where we
Yeah.
just go, okay,
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, Lisa, what about you? Have you ever tried?
I did try.
Okay.
I did try because I felt that I was becoming addicted to it, right?
Yeah.
So I'll check my Facebook app, I'll close it, maybe open Instagram,
Yeah.
close it, and then go back to Facebook again, or within a span of 5 minutes. So obviously not much is happening in
Yeah.
5 minutes. I'm going, and then so
Yeah.
that was when I realized, okay, I'm addicted to it.
Okay.
Let's delete the app.
Okay.
So that's what I did. Then 1 week later, I installed it back, and then
Okay.
I was like, you know, what is life without Facebook?
Right, exactly. But what do you go there for? Right, so okay, so you
Right.
check news.
I check news to keep up with trends and all
Yeah.
that, because especially for our job, right, we kind
Yes.
of need to know what's happening,
Correct.
what everyone's talking
Correct.
about. And also, I do like the social aspect. You know, when
Yeah.
you read news stories, it's good to see what other people are thinking, other
Yeah.
people's perspective,
Yeah.
right? And also friends sharing it. I like to know
Yeah.
what they are liking, what they're doing.
Yeah. And it's a good way to kind of
Like,
connect.
oh,
with
it
your
was your birthday yesterday. Facebook told me.
friends. Now everybody knows that it's my Facebook. My Facebook, my
Yeah,
birthday
it's true, it's
yesterday.
true.
It's
Yeah,
true, by the
it's
way.
true.
But in any case, true, right? And then there is also the whole point where, okay, you can send out gatherings, you can send out events, invites and all that. Although I get a little offended though. You know, like, okay, sure, I've got invitation before, wedding invitation and gathering invitation. But I mean, could you at least send me a direct message? now, right,
You
on
are
Facebook?
old school. They must go to your door, ring the doorbell, and
No,
give
no,
you
no,
the
no,
invitation.
they don't have to do that. All
Even
they
if
have
you're not at home, cannot leave it on the door. Must come back again, right? and
Correct,
give it
correct.
to
No,
you.
but at least leave a direct message if you can't see me face to face, right? And
Right.
just kind of let me know, you know, that, okay, this is happening. Because sometimes I don't keep track. But okay, I digress, right? Okay, so my personal experience
Yeah.
is the only time that I tried to deactivate my Facebook was when my mom found out that I was on Facebook page.
It was a
on
public
Facebook.
account,
It was
right?
a public account, and I completely like, you know, like went batshit crazy, and then I decided, okay, no, I got to delete it, right?
Yeah.
But more importantly, I mean, I've learned to also toggle the security, you know,
Yeah.
to kind of like share certain things
Yep.
publicly, and then some things, you know, just for my
And
friends.
then close friends list, acquaintances, and
Yeah,
so forth.
correct.
Hopefully, I'm in the close friends list.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm not sure
but
about
you
that.
know, also just make sure not to share too personal information. Like,
Yeah.
no one needs to know which primary school you went to, which kindergarten you went to,
In
where
the
you
info
work.
section, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I
And
mean?
I think it's as innocuous as even your pictures as well. You know, sometimes you take pictures with your friends and all that, and you thought, okay, you know, just post it up, right?
Yeah.
Because it's all like a place where you keep your memories and you tag your friends and all that.
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes these pictures, you don't know what you'll be sharing as well.
Exactly, especially when
You
people
know?
take photos of their air tickets, right?
Yeah,
And then
correct.
you see everything there.
Yeah, correct. So that is important. You got to be careful there. But you know, having said that, you are right. Facebook is such an integral part of my life. Like when I wake up, the first thing that I check is not really my WhatsApp. Sorry guys, for those who have been WhatsApping me throughout the night. I don't usually check my WhatsApp first. I will check my Facebook first.
Why?
Right? I don't know. But okay, one section I like to go is the on this day thing.
Oh,
the
you
section.
like to, you're
Like
quite
kind
a
of like-
sentimental
yeah,
kind
I'm
of
quite
guy,
sentimental,
right?
so I'll
You
look
like
at,
to
you know,
check.
and all that. And then after I'm done with the whole Facebook thing and then realize what people have been talking, you know, what I've missed out, FOMO, right?
Yeah.
What I've missed out over the night, and then I'll go on to check all the other things.
Right.
And then after that, I'll go back, like what you do, like after 5 minutes, I'll go back again, and then I'll get out of bed. and then do what I
And
need to
then
do.
you get out of bed. Alright. So this is Haryanto's daily routine when he wakes up in the morning.
But
Let
more
us
importantly,
know,
more importantly, a lot of gatekeeping happens lah. Whenever I post things out on my Facebook page, I make sure that whatever I share is really just public stuff. People that have already known about and all that. Not so much very personal stuff.
Yeah
if
lah,
if
not
it
your
is, then it's
secrets
just within
lah,
my
huh?
friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I use Facebook do for is to actually online stalk.
Oh, yes, that's what people do, right? I mean, like, they are so quiet, then when you post something, suddenly they know everything about your life. The next time they see you.
Exactly. So I'm one of those people lah. Yeah. But yeah, that is what Facebook for, right? So let us know what you think, about the whole sharing of your terms and conditions, and tell us, how you circumvent the whole problem of sharing personal information on your social media platforms like Facebook. Okay.
And now let's go to comments on Facebook. We already have a few.
Okay.
So Jimmy Beanie says there is no such thing as a close friends list.
Okay.
Anything you post on Facebook can be treated as public posting.
Right. And then
Hopefully I have friends who will not betray me and then post whatever I share. Like
Oh,
spread
Karina
around.
Demawan is watching from HK. Okay, so from Hong Kong. So we have Flor Liao. I can't leave Facebook. All my photo albums are inside there from 2008. That's true. Dave Chong watching through Facebook clearly. Kai Amri says, if delete FB, how to watch Hangout with ST? You are right! Kai
Yeah,
Amri.
how can? Okay, done.
And then we
Alright.
also have, that's what Jimmy said, right?
Yes.
And then Susan Wong says, I still love Facebook, be it the news is real or fake, it's just a platform for me to see the world. Real or fake will be told by readers under comments.
Okay, and last
Yep.
but not least, we do have viewers from Taiwan and Hong Kong. Hello.
And then I have people wishing me happy birthday also.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I'm so shy.
See, this is the Facebook community, right? We don't always have to be so cynical. There
Correct.
are support groups, there are
Correct.
nice people out there.
Now, moving on.
Moving
Before
on.
it becomes hang out with Haryanto instead. So, Alyssa,
Yeah.
are you a fan of football?
No,
Oh, okay, that was very curt. That was very
I said it with a smile. Hopefully
yeah.
that will help.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you are football fans, right? Watching right now. I personally, I'm okay. I'm not crazy about it. My guy friends are. They are the ones that will like stay up and then we'll meet up and then they'll watch. I'm just there to kind of just for the company and then I'll be on my phone, right, on my Facebook basically. But I'll still watch and all that.
Yep.
So basically, the Football Association of Singapore announced that the football national team head coach V. Sundramoorthy stepped down by mutual consent despite his contract having 11 more months to run. Now, under the 52-year-old, Singapore did not win a competitive fixture. The national team went a full calendar year without a win before a 3-0 defeat by Bahrain that sealed their fate for the Asian Cup qualifiers. Now, to share more with us on this and how this impacts the local football scene moving forward, we have with us sports correspondent David Lee, our first guest for Hangout with ST. So welcome, David. David, you're okay, yeah?
Yep, I'm okay.
Okay, so basically, David, I understand that you were the one who wrote the article, right, about Sundram stepping down, and I think in your article as well, you outline, and a lot of people have said, given kind of like flag, as it were, for Sundram's style of coaching.
Right.
Maybe if you can share with us a bit on that, some comments on that.
Okay. Do you guys, have you guys ever had tuition teachers?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
for
I
maths.
think so, yeah.
I'm bad at maths.
So it's like, some players have told me, Sundram prepares them in a way during training, attacking football, passing football, possession-based. But when it comes to match days, he would be cautious and adopt a safety-first approach.
Right.
So it's kind of like, your tuition teacher prepares you for an exam.
Yep.
But on the day of the exam, he keeps telling you, hey, don't get your name wrong. You must spell your name correctly.
Right. Okay.
Instead of focusing on what you have revised before, the content and all that.
like
So it's
gameplay and all that.
So it's something like that.
In that sense.
And and if you see the results are not there. He's coached 23 games for the national team, 3 wins, quick math, that's about 12-13% win percentage. Throw in 5 draws, and he's lost over 60% of his games. So results-wise, they are not there. They have not won a competitive game under his rule. So it's about time.
Yeah, and David, you mentioned early on that there were some players that told you some things. Maybe if you can share with us who are these players.
Okay, I mean, some players would like to remain anonymous.
But the ones that
there were also players who show their support for Sundram, right? There was Emmerich Ong who says that the performances have been picking up, but at the end of the day, you know, fans out there, they're not stupid. They can see the football on the pitch, what it's like, if it's negative, positive, and if you don't have results, you don't have style, then something must be done, right?
Yeah, true.
So moving forward, are there names that have been thrown in as front runners to succeed Sundram?
Okay. First of all, I have to say, for Sundram, it's not whether he's a good coach or a bad coach. This is just football. There are famous coaches, good coaches out there like Scolari, who's coached Brazil to the World Cup, but he was also in charge when they lost 7-1 to Germany in the last World Cup. So names bandied about include Fandi Ahmad, Aidil Sharin, Marko Kraljevic.
So and Aidil is with Home United, right? And then Marco is with Balestier Khalsa.
That's right. So if you want to talk about the pros and cons, of course,
what each can bring to the table.
Right. So these three coaches, they have been in the local scene for years. So a big plus for them would be their knowledge of the local players and the local context, with the unique challenges, national service and the school system, the focus on academic excellence, these challenges pose to sporting excellence. But you also have to consider these are not the only names. They might also go for a foreign coach. The flip side to that is, of course, if they have budget constraints, a foreign coach might not come cheap. He might have his own entourage of assistants. So you have to think, what do you want to achieve, short term or long term?
And David, whoever it is, there are certain qualities that a head coach should have. If you can share with us, and of course there is a Suzuki Cup. I understand that's coming in November, and people are saying that it's probably just a few more months. Is it really wise for us to have a new coach? Can they gel together? Any thoughts on that? Qualities.
Back to the timing of this decision, if you go back to the tuition teacher analogy, if your kid is not doing well after a major exam, do you change that teacher straight away or do you wait for a couple more months? Of course you do, right? So this timing is a bit questionable, but since they've made this decision, they will have to see the qualities. Of course, qualifications, that's a given, but whoever is picked must be able to inspire the players and make them feel when they step out onto the pitch that they can win this game. Sometimes in the past with Sundram, it almost feels like when they step out onto the pitch, they don't have that belief to win. So motivation, man management skills are a big plus.
Management of the team and all that is important, and motivation.
So any more insights to share?
Any
last
comments?
It should be soon. Of course, the FIFA windows are not until September, before the November Suzuki Cup, but they will have to select a new national head coach soon, so that he can have a look at the players at his disposal and have an idea of who he can pick for this tournament.
All right. Okay. So thank you once again, David. For sitting with us right here. To share a bit more about the local football scene, and really, a lot of people are really wondering what's going to happen to the local football scene. Everybody, wants to know that. So once again, thank you, David. Thank you, and we hope we have more of you as well. All right. So let's move on and see whether anybody has anything right here. Okay, Brown Tussle says, watching from office. Okay, make sure for those of you who are watching from office, if you can't watch, just keep us in the background because, we want you to, just hear us, right? Do we have anything else?
Anything new?
Anything new? Oh, everybody, people saying hi. Diki Karnian says, hi, listen. Haryanto.
Hello.
Warsia says, hello. And then people still wishing me happy birthday.
Popular today, you're popular.
Brian says Haryanto is bae. Oh, you are bae. Okay.
Moving on to the next segment. So to help clean up Singapore waters, there is now a floating rubbish bin. So this one can be found at the Singapore Yacht Club. What's wrong with me today? I cannot speak properly. I don't know what, the producer laughing at me through the headphone, right? Evil, right? Okay, anyway, it's called the Sea Bin. It's the first sea bin deployed in Asia, and there are plans to to install 2 more in Singapore.
And it's started by the Australian clean tech startup called the Sea-Bin Project. Now, what this does basically, the Sea-Bin, it helps to catch debris, litter, microplastics, as well as oil and other pollutants. Now, the bag can hold up to 20 kilograms of debris, but it needs to be emptied twice a day.
And if you're wondering why we are giving so much play for a simple Sea-Bin, that's because the issue of plastic in the ocean is a growing concern worldwide, not just in Singapore. So you will know that plastics don't decompose, right? So when they're in the water, they just kind of break down into smaller pieces and become microplastic, which is dangerous because that gets consumed by fish.
Yep.
Right?
And of course, you know, we've seen, right, reports of dead marine animals and other seabirds found with stomachs full of plastic. You know, marine scientists even referred to the ocean as plastic soup. Now, if you remember, Alyssa, in 2015, there were reports, and in fact, you know, there was a beached whale that was on the shore of Singapore at Jurong Island. And the sperm whale, actually, they found plastic cups in the gut. And, you know, I've recently picked up diving as well.
Yeah.
And it's true, right? When I go diving and then I realize that, yeah, there are litters, you know, on the seabed, and it's like plastic cartons and then like drink cartons. So,
Everywhere,
you know, as divers as well, we try to pick them up to help play our part in clearing the sea and the ocean.
Unfortunately, despite divers like him who are trying to do good, unfortunately, there are still garbage patches in the ocean. There's one, the Western Garbage Patch, found in the waters near Japan, and another one, Eastern Garbage Patch, found between Hawaii and California. But of course, there are more. Unfortunately, it's growing.
So the question then is, this begs the question, right? So what are some of the things that governments or businesses are doing in response to tackle the root of the problem, which is, you know, discouraging and reducing the use of takeaway plastics? So we have things such as using biodegradable cups instead of plastic cups, you know, in replacement. Or, you know, there are some places that have implemented no straw policies, you know, or even blanket bans on takeaway plastics.
And so do you think Singapore should impose a tax or start charging more for the use of plastic bags, like how Hong Kong and South Korea does at the moment? So Taiwan is aiming for a blanket ban. This is quite extreme, right? A blanket ban on all single-use plastic items by 2030. We did have a few initiatives over the years, you know, like Bring Your Own Bag Day, which only ran for about 3 to 4 years, 2007 to 2010, where they were charged 10 cents for each shopping bag. But you know, that's not really going to hurt my wallet. Right.
10 cents, you know, you would think that, okay, you know, just 10 cents, I'll just put that 10 cents in, right?
So should we do away with the baby measures and just go all out?
I think so. Just go for the kill.
Yeah, go for the kill.
Right?
Blanket ban.
Blanket ban. Let us know what you think. You know, what do you think can help with inculcating this good habit of one, not using takeaway plastics, and two, really just ensuring that, you know, you reduce the use of takeaway plastics, right, and littering as well.
Would it be really that hard, you know?
I mean,
plastics?
We got to try. Everybody has a small part to play.
Yeah, it's like chewing gum, right? We just ban chewing gum totally.
Yeah.
And then I mean it helped because maybe I think I was born in a year where there was no more chewing gum. So I don't know what I missed. So it's fine.
Yeah, correct. Moving forward, but I suppose at the end of the day, you know, really after a while you don't really feel it, I feel, right?
Hopefully
and
that'll be the case.
of course, like I said, you know, I think at every level, everybody has a part to play. So from individual to businesses, and then of course at the macro level, the government, right? Once again, for those of you who have just joined us right here, this is ST Hangout with ST. We're coming to you live from the ST newsroom, and I think we can take some comments.
Yeah, we were just talking about plastic. So if anyone feels strongly about doing a blanket ban on plastics, please share with us. So what Floor says, I cannot really live without plastic bags. How am I going to bag my daily garbage then? Then how to wrap the fish from the supermarket. Okay, so that is an issue. It's a very real issue because of our climate and all that. Of course, your trash is going to stink if you don't wrap it up.
Correct, you know. One way,
yes,
I suppose, to reuse your plastic bags.
Which is what we kind of do at the moment.
Correct.
Right? But maybe then they should just make plastic bags a lot more expensive. And we'll be more careful with how we use it.
Yeah,
do you
correct.
think that will help?
Or even you could use paper bags, right? To
for
hold
trash?
your trash.
You think can?
For the dry trash, at least. For the dry trash. For the wet trash, okay, maybe you've got to use plastic bags, right? Do you have any more comment? Oh, Alman says, wrap the fish with paper. No. So, have a balance, right? Dry goods, you can probably go for the paper option.
Right.
And then those that really you need the wet stuff, then use plastics. Right? So that's one way to do it. Okay. So, Alyssa.
Yes.
I think this is the part where we enjoy very much.
Yes.
Right?
That I enjoy a lot.
Yeah. Because you are the defending champion lah. Ayo, okay. So it is our top Facebook comments. And of course, Alyssa is the defending champion. I am... Oh my goodness. So yeah. And I'm the contender. Okay, I am sitting forward a little bit. And with that, of course, you know, we have our judge with us. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please put your hands together to welcome Judge Joe!
Okay, careful, Judge Joe.
Judge Joe.
Yeah, slowly.
There's another chair there.
Okay, yes, careful.
Okay. Center.
Yes. Here. Awesome.
Okay, Judge Joe. Okay, wait, we need to clarify this.
Okay.
Last week, right? Judge
Actually,
Joe
I
was
thought
sitting
you
on
won.
this.
Actually, I thought you won.
Is it? Oh, I won, is it?
Actually, you won.
Never mind, I'll give it to you. I'm a gentleman, okay?
Yes.
So you are defending champion.
Okay,
so
thank you.
I'm the contender.
Okay.
So I'm going to go first because I am the contender, right? Okay.
Yes.
My first one. So Judge Joe, basically this is about yesterday's Nell breakdown, right? No train service from Outram to Potong Pasir in both directions. Free bus rides available. Yeah, I know, right? And then Nicholas D says, somebody should do a parody of Ed Sheeran's Fault in Our Stars to Fault in Our Tracks. Can start like, just another day when we have a delay. Hey. Okay, Alyssa, you go.
Cool. All right. So mine is
Okay.
sweet drinks are still being sold on government premises because you know they want to do that, cut that sugar out, right?
Yeah.
So Tay Chin Peng says, own self never check own self.
I think I got a point. All right, 1 point for me.
Wait. So coughing is actually better than a
Yeah,
Is that how it works?
There was more reaction if you realize.
Right, yes.
There was a more,
Yes.
wow. Okay, stronger reaction. Okay, go, Alyssa,
sure.
you go now.
Okay, I go now.
Okay.
Now I'm not very confident now. Okay, so now, you know, dirty buns are trending. Dirty buns are trending, right?
Okay.
Because you eat it and then all the cocoa dust just kind of makes your face dirty.
Yeah.
So Desmond Ang says, take some noodle with sauce and slap it across your face. You can name it 脏脏面. I tried. I really tried.
I don't get it. Okay.
Never mind. I think I lost.
Okay, so this is what I've learned, right, from Judge Joe.
He can't hear. No, wait, he can't hear. Can I go
one
again?
more time. Okay. What?
So,
Cannot hear.
Desmond Ang says, take some noodle with sauce and slap it across your face and you can name it 脏脏面. Oh, okay. I just needed to speak louder.
What is 脏脏面?
It's just like noodles. That are
long.
It's
noodles?
long and it's saucy noodles. and
Okay. What I've noticed, right? So I've done an analytics of the humor of Judge Joe, and I realized
Yes.
Judge Joe likes puns. Okay, what puns? So I'm going to go with the word pun for this one. Okay, so basically this is about the story on the 4 men who were involved in a series of bicycle and PMD thefts in Compassville and Fernvale. So basically, the police have caught these men. These men are arrested for allegedly stealing bicycles. So Chong Tze Hao says, the police have put the brakes on this bike stealing operation. Hey, it's the pun. Put the brakes.
It's good, but you think you're the only one with puns?
Okay, so Alyssa wins point 2. You win point 2.
Wait,
You win point 2. Okay, so we're tied.
I thought you were going to end it there. Then I want to get a chance to say.
So 2. So 1 each. Okay, so this is the determining factor. Okay, Alyssa, go.
So if, hey.
Hey, no, it's me. It's me first. Are you wrong, is it? Again?
Yeah, I'm wrong.
It's me, okay, it's me. So my last one, okay. So we've noticed that there is a burning smell in the air yesterday, right?
Yes.
Don't be alarmed if you notice a burning smell in the air. Okay, that's what NEA basically says. Hazy conditions expected over parts of Singapore on Wednesday. That was yesterday. So Clarice Viola Pereira says, I smell crispy chicken rendang. Yummy. Yes. Okay.
Okay, I saved my best for last. Hopefully it is the best. Okay, so the story is, a doctor in China finds a 1 meter long phone cable in a man's urethra. Ouch, right?
Okay.
So Jung Sao Peng says he wants to have his own private line, I guess.
Okay. Is this okay? Wait. So which part? So who is the winner? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah!
Oh my goodness! So Alyssa.
No, but you know, Haryata, I have to mention, has very good sportsmanship. So
Right.
even though he won the previous one, he still considered he let me win.
Okay. But we know that you are still the champion for this
This
round.
week lah.
So kudos to Alyssa. Clap.
Thank you.
And thank you, Judge
Thank
Joe.
you, Judge
Thank you so
Joe.
much. Please be careful as you exit
Careful.
out. We don't want
Yes.
you to
Okay.
have your own private line. Okay, careful lah. Oh my goodness. Okay, that is all we have for you today, with our top news. But keep on, leaving your comments in the comment section because we do read them. And we want to know your thoughts on the topics that we have discussed today. Now, for more news and videos of everything that's coming up or whatever that we've discussed as well, you can always log on to straitstimes.com.
And also we have our social media platforms, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Yep. And of course, at this juncture, I think we should give a shout out to the people behind the scene because, it was not easy to have a third person to sit with us, our special guest. We were still scrambling to the last minute to make sure everything works. So kudos to them. Clap, 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 clap. To our cameraman, to our director, as well as to the person who's on the computer. I don't know what is the title. Person on the computer. Okay, in any case.
Button pusher.
Button pusher. She's Alyssa.
And he's Haryanto.
Goodbye and see you next week.